So are we all set? Are we all ready for the event? I would like to welcome all of you for this great event today. We are just going to be on with the event. So hold your breath. Here we come. Ladies and gentlemen, to take things forward, please put your hands together and help me welcome General Manager, Amway India, Mr. Anshu Buddharaja on the stage. Good afternoon, all of you. Who all did I see our advertisement today? Did you see our advertisement today? Did you like it? Excellent. So today is a very, very historical day, because today we start the 20th anniversary celebrations for Amway in India. And I say we are kicking it off because over the next 12 months we are going to do a series of events to mark the 20 successful years in which we have, you have, all of us have from our heart, mind and soul built this great business in India. So I just want to thank you and I want to applaud all of you. Please give yourself a big round of applause. So I've met most of you who are here in this august audience today, and a very warm welcome from me, my entire team, and what a nice stage they have set for us. Did you like all the things which you see as you are welcomed here and got into this room? Did you like it? Yeah. So thank you team for that. But you know, also very, very special welcome to all the people who are digitally connected with us today. Because for the first time, for the first time in the history of Amway, we are connected with more than 2 lakh people over Facebook and YouTube. How's that? And I remember only till last year, we used to do 70 events in 80 cities over 90 days, and we only used to connect with 50,000 people. So technology, digital, has really drastically improved the way we experience the world and how the world can engage with us, how the world can connect with us, right? Before I go any further, we just also celebrated our 70th Independence Day. And I would like, in true spirit of Amway culture, request all of you to kindly stand up, because before we start the event, we would like to play the national anthem. So can we please have the national anthem? Minister truly captures the imagination of this country. And there are few things which I noted from his speech which really resonated with me. I've got 5 things there and I wanted to make some notes so that I could make sure that all of you also feel the same way. The first thing is that the Prime Minister during this Independence Day speech talked about the new India. He talked about the India he sees in the next 5 years. And honestly, if you go back, Amway also talked about Amway Next and how differently we are going to see the business through your success with the aviocentricity which we want to drive in the future as we build our business. That's the first thing, which is the new India. The second thing which the Prime Minister talked about, doubling the farm income. We are talking about tripling the platinum income, right? And honestly, you can give yourself a good round of applause. It's a good objective to chase. With many government institutions, we are collaborating very closely to make sure it's just not about the opportunity, which is a great anchor and something which gives us purpose leading this organization. It's about great brands, great products, right? It's also something beyond that. And that is the emotive connect which we have each other. That is the relationship which we have each other. And I think that is very, very important. And in that true spirit, what we are also demonstrating to the government is the way we do farming practices across the globe. We are at advanced stages of discussing with various ministries related to agriculture and farming as to what are the techniques Amway practices across those 6,000 acres of organic farms. So our organic farming practices can also have a big impact on this vision of the Prime Minister to double the farm income. It's about productivity increase. The arable land is the same. So again, a lot of ways we are kind of making sure that we are working with the government, aligning to the thought process of the government. The third thing which he said, beej se bazaar tak. Did you all hear that? Beej se bazaar tak. And what are we talking? Seed to supplement. Do you see alignment in that? There's a great alignment in that. There's a great story, I think, which we have, which Amway can provide leadership and thought perspective to what the Prime Minister also wants us to do, right? He talked about 2 more things, and those are very, very close to my heart. He talked about women empowerment. And again, when you look at direct selling industry, and we'll talk about few numbers, 60% of the direct selling community is about women. And I for one, and you for all, truly I think we all believe in the empowerment of how women, it's not about just financial inclusion, it's also about socially how we are improving the way we get higher women participation in the workforce of this country, because that's very low. Okay, and if we improve that, they say the GDP of India could double if only the workforce participation of women goes up by 40%. That is the productivity in the society we can be unleashed as we empower our women. And the last but not the least, and you're going to see a lot of that being spoken today, which is the focus on the young India. I think future belongs to the youth of this country, right? And there are about 65% of the population which is under the age of 35, and today you will see us aligning in prioritization in terms of a focus towards this new generation, because we do believe that this new generation is the one which is going to truly drive our business. Do you all agree? Excellent. So now let me take you to the formal, and it's a journey. So allow me a little bit of explaining to do for you. Okay, we started this journey in 1998 when we started our commercial operations, right? So what all have we achieved so far? Today, we are the #1 direct selling company in India, right? Not only that, we are the top FMCG companies in the country today, and there are brands which exist over decades in the country, but achieving the turnover which we have in such short period of time is an amazing journey which we have been through. Not only that, today, and especially in 2017, we have become the 7th largest Amway market globally. Yeah? And you have the first market, which is China. Then you have Korea. Then you have got US. Then you've got Japan. 4 markets. And then you have got Thailand and Taiwan. What is the population of Taiwan? 2 crore people. Jharkhand population is 2 crore. Think of the opportunity. What is the population of Thailand? 7 crore. What is the population of Tamil Nadu? 7 crore. Each of these states holds such immense potential for us to explore. Honestly, just think about it. The markets which follow us are great markets. Russia, Malaysia, and again, if you see, we are the largest market, and I'm very proud when Samir comes in here, and he's here with us, so I would like all of you to give a big round of applause for Samir. He's a regional president, Europe, India, Africa, and this leadership, I think Samir is very proud of, because this is his largest market in Europe, India, Africa. And not only that, the last and the final fact is that the turnover which we have achieved in this market in 20 years is equal to the turnover which Malaysia achieved in 2016 as they celebrated their 40 years of business in the country. So what amazing leadership which we have today. So what all have we done in the last 20 years? The first and the most important thing is, as we close, or as we will close 2018, we will be hitting a turnover of 2,000 crores, and that would be a 20% CAGR achieved in 20 years. And that is an outstanding result. Let me tell you, there are no CPG company which I know of which has achieved 2,000 crores in 20 years of its existence in the country. And I say that it's not just about the turnover, it's about the entire ecosystem which we have enabled to achieve that level, right? And what have we done? Over a period of time, if you see on your left side, the number of products which we have, the state-of-the-art owned and operated manufacturing plant which we have delivered to this market, the number of offices, the number of warehouses, the pin codes, but more importantly, all the great leaders which we have, because you all represent this organization in its true sense. You are the network of what I call trust. People trust you in this business, and having credible leadership is the best thing I think which we have built to achieve sustainable growth in this marketplace. And therefore I say this is a business which is very, very sustainable. As also I've seen across 20 years, there have been ups and downs, but this business is very, very resilient. And Samir is going to talk a little bit about that. We have also, in 2018, we will be completing 1,000 crores of investment in the last 20 years for our operations in the Amway world. And that's a very, very big credibility which we have brought to this business. Not only that, what I'm also very proud of is the fact that it's a geographically balanced business. And if you see across all regions, you see between 21 to 30% as in entrepreneurs and consumers at large have accepted the Amway brand across the country, right? And today we are very proud of the fact that all these regions are growing double digit. Thanks to all of you. Our largest market in the country today is North, followed by East, West and South. And if you see, all of the markets are growing double digit in this year. And I'm very, very proud of this result. Please give yourself a big round of applause for that. Not only that, it's just not about turnover, brick and mortar business. It's also about what the consumer thinks about us. And we just got the latest results of the Consumer Reputation Research Study of 2017, and we see some outstanding results. We see that the awareness of Amway brand in India is close to about 78%, and more than that, the favorability of the Amway brand. Now this Indian consumer is a tech-savvy, value-conscious consumer, right? You all deal with this consumer day in, day out. They are very progressive in the thought process. As in how India has migrated to the digital age has been a drop of a hat, right? Because like I said, as in 65% of the population is below 35. And so you have got these young people who are getting into the web of the things. And having this set of consumers surveyed across the country, giving us an 80% favorability, to my mind is an outstanding achievement. And it beholds not only the credibility which we have built, but credibility of each and every person who is there in this room. So again, thank you so very much for building this credibility in the consumer of India. We're also very proud of the achievements and some of the accolades. And I've shared a lot of the achievements which we have gone together, but I would share one achievement of which I became aware of only in the last 24 hours. Last 24 hours, there is a big achievement which we have got as a brand, and I know I can share information with you because I know you're not going to share that with anyone. Because this still not been announced, and it's going to be announced in September in a mega event in Dubai. And so that achievement is that the Economic Times has awarded Nutralite the best healthcare brand in Asia. The best healthcare brand in Asia, and it's because of the excellence in consumer healthcare and healthy living. This is an outstanding achievement to the brand of Nutralite. Apart from that, also I'm very, very pleased to share that our manufacturing plant has won a gold LEED certification from the US Green Building Council as being one of the most environmental friendly and sustainable factories in the country. And it comes after rigorous pursuit of excellence throughout the entire supply chain. And there are not many plants in the country today which can boast of such big recognition. Today, in our manufacturing plant, we generate 30% of our energy from solar power. Okay, and that's how we are kind of relating back to the environment. That's how we are making sure that not only what we manufacture and sell, but also our manufacturing processes are being recognized by the world as the most sustainable practices in the world. The other achievement I'm very proud, which I would like to share, is that we have now got Amway's India's most admired brand, and this is not India's most admired brand in direct selling. It is India's most admired brand, and we are absolutely up there when you talk about all the brands which exist in the country. We just won another one, which is Artistry winning the Vogue Best of Anti-Aging Moisturizing. So great work, I think, done by the brand, but not only the team here, but also all of you who actively built this brand. Also, what else we launch in this year? What did we launch this year? Cookware, right? So where are we with cookware? We are right now the number two selling brand, premium selling brand in the country is our Amway Queen. Right? Yeah, you can clap for yourself. Come on. It's a great brand. We are already in the market for about 8-9 months. What else did we launch? Excess. Excess is the number 2 brand. Right? We are number 2 brand in the country today in the space of energy drinks. But what really makes me proud is what we have done in our corporate social responsibility. Because that, to my mind, is not an incurrence of a cost, but that's meaningfully making a social change, bringing about a social innovation in the society. And in the last 20 years, we have enabled 1 lakh visually impaired children. 1 lakh visually impaired children. All of us have now made sure that we have got at least 33 centers where we provide free braille books for this 1 lakh impaired children. Close to our manufacturing plant, we have built a captive BPO in which visually impaired children service not only Amway, but they are on their merits and strength of their competence. They are servicing the best in class telecom companies. They have won accolades from these telecom companies, and not only the people who work on those computers, but also the supervisors are visually impaired. And I really feel that we are blessed that we get an opportunity to work at such a large scale with underprivileged children in India. So again, I'm very, very proud of that. What other thing which comes to my mind is, it's not about the accolades which you win from the outside world, it's also the practices which we follow for our employees in India. Right? We have got close to about 800 employees, and as manufacturing came up, we added another 500, and we wanted to take a stock as to where do we stand in terms of how our employees connect with our brand. And again, very pleased to share that Amway has been awarded a great place to work with the latest Brand Trust Report, India Study 2017. So that's enough of the awards. Yes. Now we get into the fact which I truly believe in. Forget about the past. The biggest thing is that future is built from the future. Future has got not to be built from your past. And so let us just for a minute think about what is the potential of direct selling in India. Okay? And I'll tell you, there was a KPMG report which came out with very credible data that this industry will move from $1 billion to about $9 billion. That's 9 times the turnover. But you know what I've done? I've just taken, if we were to be $5 billion by 2030, okay? So between now and the next 15 years, if we were to be just $5 billion industry, today our market share in the direct selling space is close to about 40% today. So if I take a 40% market share of that $5 billion industry, we are going to be not less than $2 billion. I say forget about that. Let's just take a 30% market share. We'll still be $1.5 billion. So the promise which I commit to you today and the partnership which I expect of you for tomorrow is that let's, in the next 5 years, when we do our silver jubilee, celebrate $1 billion of turnover together. Do you think it's possible? I think it's achievable. And imagine when we reach that goalpost, what will happen to the number of platinums, leaders which you have built. Currently they are close to about 2,500. This number as per our expectation will go up to 10,000. 10,000 in the country. What about the number of stores which we have? What happens to that? Today we have close to about 130 stores. By 2030 I commit that we will have close to about 1,000 stores in the country. 1,000 experience stores we are going to open in this country. What about how we meaningfully contribute to the digital wave in this country? Today we transfer close to about 5 lakh payments every month digitally into the bank accounts of people. There are not many corporates in India who do that, let me tell you. But tomorrow this could go up to 30 lakhs in a month. In a month. If you multiply it by 12, you will find it in crores. Today we are close to about 1.4% of all the digital transactions which take place in the country as per the RBI data. We are really supporting this financial inclusion cause, and tomorrow we are going to partner big time with the government of India to make sure that we showcase this digital, how we are really championing this digital cause in the country. What about the manufacturing plant, the brick and mortar? Ek plant kafi hai? Of course not. We are going to have 2 plants, I would say, in this country, and not only that, it's going to be useful when we are exporting out of the country, especially to Asia is also EIA region, right? We will at that time become the 3rd largest Amway market globally. And not only that, we'll be the top 5 companies in India. So you want to be part of that celebration and that journey? Wow, this side is pretty loud. I'm not sure if I'm able to hear that side. Fantastic. And you know what? These are not numbers out of the air. Because let me tell you, there is this India's demographic dividend which is really happening. It is, the ownership is upon us to capture that market. And look at just some numbers, and let me read those out. 7 crore rural consumers. I say, what are we selling to these consumers? Do we have products? I think we have. I think we have products which we can sell to the rural consumer. Let's look at the young consumers, 50 crore young consumers. And you know what? That's larger than the combined population of Brazil, Russia, Germany and the UK. Wow. Look at that middle class. That's close to about 35 crore people. Honestly, these are big numbers which we have in India. That's the demographic dividend. Not only that, look at the space and the way the nutraceutical market is going to grow in India. It's close to about $2.5 billion. It is expected in 5 years this will go to $6 billion. That's a key and critical market in which we operate, right? And if you look at all the sub-markets within the nutraceuticals or the dietary supplements, if you look on the right side, 40% is vitamins, 30% is supplements, 25%. And if 25% of this 6 billion is protein, that is 1.5 billion. In India will be selling 1.5 billion of only protein. And can we have a space in that? I think we can have. We can have a big space in that to play. Forget about that. Look at the young. You look at the young India. By 2025, India will be the youngest country in the world. And two things about this. The young people not only would be earning more, they'll also be spending more. The pass-through of a young person when a higher income is generated is much faster into the flow-through into the spending. Gone are the days when the saving used to be the biggest in this nation. It used to be 40% of the GDP, but that is now translating into very high spending. And India is actually a consuming class, very, very big consuming class. This is both an opportunity as well as a challenge. Why I say it's a challenge? Because when the young people come into the economic life, it is estimated that in India, close to about 13 million population will enter the working age group. 13 million, you should note this, because this is the biggest opportunity for us. 13 million population entering the working population every year, and only 1 million new jobs are being created. There is a huge gap in employment in this country. And why do you think the government is driving entrepreneurship in this country? Why do you think government is driving entrepreneurship? Because they know it's very difficult to fulfill this gap. Not only that, let me also tell you, there was a recent article in the Economic Times, if you went through that, which clearly states this. It states, why did the young unemployed stop looking for a job? And you go below and you read, they no longer want jobs, they are turning entrepreneurs. As in, that's what's trending. That is what's trending in India. And therefore for us, the opportunity is not only the space in employment and employment generation, enhancing the gap, reducing the gap there, but also in employability. We are into training, right? It's also about employability and how Amway relates to that cause. So, okay, I move into my next section, and I'll do it pretty quickly because I'm getting out of time. The future for us, to my mind, is to focus on sustainable growth. Okay, and there are only three things which I want to share in that. How can we get into sustainable growth? Okay, the first thing, and Sameer is also here with us today, and we went through a lot of meetings with very senior government officials. I believe the time has come now to get a direct selling law in this country. And I truly believe by 2018 we will have a direct selling law in India. And honestly, that will be a big drive for the entire industry. So that's one. The second is consumer is the future and future is consumers. Remember that. It's a golden triangle between direct selling entities, between direct sellers, which are you, and with the consumers. And we need to lay the gold standards. Direct selling guidelines are here, but we need to follow them in letter and spirit. And honestly, if we do that, and if we're on the right side of all the consumers, working with our entrepreneurs, honestly, I feel that's the way we can achieve a sustainable growth in this country. The third and the most important is a strategic product portfolio, right? Sustainable brands having sustainable engagement. That is very important, and we are going to deliver our promise, like I said, on nutrition. Beauty is growing for us more than 20% this year, and I think there are high stakes for us in beauty, and we are really going to penetrate in that market. The other market where we are really serious and committed to is the durable market. So we just came with a cookware product. Hopefully in the next couple of years, we can come back to you with an air purification system, and then we get a water purification system. As in, we really want to drive a lot of the durable category in the country. And finally, we are looking, and today we'll announce the fact that in the next couple of quarters, you will see a very robust institutional policy which is going to help us drive the future of our business in this country. More than that, all of them, what we truly believe will make sense to the value-conscious, tech-savvy consumer if we make market-driven pricing. So we will work a lot and commit ourselves to this market-driving pricing. And we'll have our engagement with LSE to make sure they understand what we mean with this. So that brings me very close to the end of my presentation. You will hear a lot of announcements today. A lot of announcements you're going to hear today as we celebrate our 20th anniversary. But if I were to pick out three which will truly redefine your business, according to me, As in, let me just talk. I don't want to steal the thunder, but I also want to create some noise. Okay, so the first is in 2018, quarter 1, we are going to be launching 4 revolutionary products. This is going to be amazing. First quarter next year, we are talking about Amarkali, Bimbi Taki and Hari Taki. We are talking about Tulsi, we are talking about Dhammi, we are talking about Ashwagandha. Huh? What do you say about that? The team has truly worked very hard to make sure that we get a very good brand with differentiated claims and finally with a great pricing. It will amaze you when we come up with the pricing. This is a 3,000 crore market and we are entering with these 4 products close to about 1,000 crore of market. The opportunity is up to us to make sure that we really leverage this one. Okay? So what is the second one? I say you can create a wow ALS. What is a wow ALS? When do you get that feeling of wow? Wow is a function of 2 things, right? Expectation and experience. Okay? And it's not about setting low expectations. The expectations have to be high. But when you beat those expectations, the feeling which you get is wow. And today, you will get that feeling of wow. Today, you will get that feeling of wow. Right? So not only in the announcement which you are going to make in the ALS, also in the special Platinum Forum, not only that, on the Young Achievers, there is a very special thing we are going to do next year as part of our 20th anniversary celebration for Young Achievers. And not only that, we want to really recognize the new emeralds. Okay, so you are going to hear a lot of fantastic news, so stay tuned right till the end. Also for all those people who have connected to us digitally on Facebook and YouTube, you have to stay connected. It might take a few more of your bytes. Doesn't matter, the data plan in India is pretty cheap now, right? And the third and the most important thing is the Young India. 60% of the people who join the business is under 35. But however, when they come to 15% and up, they are contributing only 40%. But when it comes to platinum, they're only 10%. So today I have a big announcement to make. For the first time in the history of Amway, we are very proud to share, not only do we have a very senior and old LSE, not only we have a very old and senior dated LSE of which I am no more a member, but we want to start this new Young Leader ABO Council, and these are the members here, and I want to request all the members here to please come up on stage. All the people, and you can see their names, and it's a combination of the leaders who are all under 35. Please keep coming, and I want you to clap till they are here. They are going to drive the future of tomorrow, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Fantastic. Who was it I missed? Lovely. Cool. How are you? Good to see you. Please, let's line up together, my friends. Good to see you. I already feel young and active. These are all the fastest growing platinums and emeralds under the age of 35. Fastest growing emeralds and platinums under the age of 35. We also have your second generation represented in this club. There are 3 proud parents whose children are already here. Right? Are you feeling proud, some of you? Good. And we also have a youngest batch of management trainees. We have taken them from the top business schools in the country, and we have got 10 of them in our office right now, and 3 of them are being inducted in this council. We want the young to work with young minds, because gone are the days of the old minds, and I belong to this generation. Right? So I would like, if you have already taken a picture, I would like to just stand in between all of them And if all of you can take a picture, I'll feel very honored and secure, because I know this is the future and I'm part of that. Right? Okay, cool. So maybe I'll request this young generation now to go back. It was wonderful to have all of you here up on stage. Thank you so very much. Please give them a big round of applause. And we'll work very actively with them, making sure that we realize the potential of the young and the active. We also have, obviously, now what can I say about them? We have a new LSE, okay? And we did great work with the previous LSE. I just want to acknowledge that we have taken, I want to acknowledge that I think, and I'll have LSE speak for themselves, we have taken partnership to the next level where we really trust each other. And you know what is trust? Trust is when I take decisions on your behalf and I let you take decisions on my behalf. That's what trust is all about. And I think with LSE we have achieved that. So I just want to thank the entire LSE from the bottom of my heart to making sure they were with us through all the thick and the thin. So please give the LSE a big, big round of applause. And we also have today constituted a new LSE, right? And I would request all my existing LSE and the new LSE to please come on stage, because the future of tomorrow is also in your hands. So why don't you also come on stage, and I also request Samir to come on stage so that we can have a group picture with all of you. Please, and with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Old and new, the golden LSE. Sorry. Oh sir, please come. Sir, please. Watching you very closely, man. Please, come. Okay, can we have a group picture? Fantastic. We can spread ourselves. हमने तभी स्टेज बहुत बड़ा बनाया है, so that all of us can come. So do you all feel secure in this new and the old LSE? So you can give yourself a big round of applause. Okay, thank you so very much, every one of you. It's been a pleasure working with you, and look forward to working very, very closely with the new LSE. Thank you so very much. God bless. And honestly, with that, I've taken too much of my time. But what I will do, I'll close my deck after this long speech with a very energizing, very, very energizing and interesting. And only this time we are going to share this video. We'll not share this video after it's being played right now. This is the year in review video. So watch this video for all the achievements which you have made during the year. So thank you so very much. Let's have the AV, please.
Guidelines is a big win, absolutely big win, and we need to be happy about it because it brings credibility to our channel.
I have seen the facilities of Amway in LA. They are really world-class facilities with a lot of care taken.
I'm very proud of Amway being here. So far as Amway India is concerned, I had the privilege of going to one of your manufacturing plants in Madurai.
as we all know, government has joined the hands with the Amway. What is the best part is that in the end they certify you, which helps and builds up your confidence.
I'm so happy after close to about 18 months of rigorous pursuit by the team, along with our distributor leaders, that they have fructified an excellent curriculum with stages in the life cycle of an ABO, how we develop and own the skills of entrepreneurship.
Amway obviously is synonymous with the direct selling. In fact, that's the first company which, as a common citizen, everybody realized trusted brand. It's well recognized world over, and I definitely think the quality of your product stands out.
The vision of Amway is helping people lead a better life, and I would say corporate social responsibility is an extension, of that vision. By adopting these 7 villages, we are trying to meaningfully influence the lives of about 2,000 villagers and 1,000 hectares of land.
हम तो सिर्फ आपके साथ आके मिलते हैं, जुलते हैं, लेकिन ये लोग आके आपकी हेल्प करते हैं। वो इस तरह के लोग आके इनको क्या कहेंगे हम आज? थैंक यू सर।
This program is very unique because of the band. We are accountable to the band.
This program is motivating all my team, and all my team is growing like anything.
India this March.
To describe Sam is helpful. It's brought an amazing amount of clarity into my thinking.
I personally found it extremely beneficial and helpful for us driving the business to new levels.
Strategic accounts manager एक bridge बन गया जो एक तरफ ABO को रखता है और दूसरी तरफ operations उसको support करने की चीजें सबको एक साथ रखता है.
My India team has been fantastic. The leaders we were with are just wonderful, and we're looking forward to a great future. There's been a lot of hard work in recent years to get us to this place with this foundation, to create the opportunity and the potential that's ahead of us. Now it's up to all of us to work together to do the right things for the marketplace, to do the right things for the business, to build balanced, strong businesses that stand the test of time, so Amway India can achieve great things for all ABOs throughout the market.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. And with that, please help me welcome on stage our Regional President, Europe, India, Africa, Sameer Bell, with a big round of applause.